Most people think getting ahead with money is about earning more. Better job, better salary, lucky break. I used to think that too. But here's what actually changed things for me. It wasn't a pay rise, it wasn't a windfall, it was one simple shift in how I thought about money. I stopped asking, how do I earn more? And started asking, how do I get my money working for me? That one question led me to a set of rules. That simple rules, hard to break. And today I'm walking you through the exact rules that put me on the road to financial freedom. No hype, no overnight riches, just the rules and the reason behind each one. Let's get into it. Here's something nobody tells you early enough. Your willpower will let you down eventually, guaranteed. That's not a flaw in you, that's just how people work. We are emotional, we are impulsive, we cave when we are stressed, or when our mates are splashing the cash, or when there's a sale ending tonight. So, if your plan depends on you always make it a sensible call, it's already broken. What actually works instead? Rules. So, I built my own set of money rules tailored to my life, my goals, my values. I wrote them on Notion AI. Not vague ideas like I should save more, proper rules written down, run on autopilot, non-negotiable. The difference between most people and people who end up genuinely comfortable is not talent, it's not even income, it's consistency. And at scale, consistency looks like a system. So I built my own set of money rules tailored to my life, my goals, my values. I wrote them on Notion AI and split them in 6 different categories: debt management, investing, wisdom and discipline, budgeting, savings and bills. And today I'm sharing 3 of the biggest ones. Rule number 1. Never trust yourself with money you haven't already moved. Here's what I mean. Most people save what's left at the end of the month. Guess how much is usually left? Nothing. Because your spending has a funny habit of filling whatever you give it. More money in, more money out. Every single time. The fix is almost embarrassingly simple. Save before you spend. Set up a standing order. The moment your wages hit your account, a chunk moves straight out to savings, to investments, whatever it needs to go. You never see it, you never miss it. You never have to make a brave decision at the end of a rough week.
Wow.
Automate your savings, automate your investments. If it depends on you, remember to do it. It will fall apart sooner or later. And the reason this matters so much: compound growth rewards time above everything else. Someone putting in a small amount early and consistently will almost always end up better off than someone who puts in more money but starts late. Time in, not timing. Which leads me to rule 2. When prices fall, and they will fall, your gut will tell you to get out. Cut your losses, stop the bleeding. That instinct will cost you a fortune. Here's a different way to look at it. When prices drop, things are on sale. You wouldn't walk into a shop, see your favorite jacket, knock it down 40% and put it back on the rack. But that's exactly what most people do when the market tips.
What?
My rule: don't sell when things are down. And connected to that, never take out more than 4% of what you build up in any given year. The logic is simple. You want what you've built to keep working for you. You live off what it earns, not the pot itself. Never kill the goose, live off the eggs. That's long term thinking in action. The short term noise is the enemy. Everyone goes on about cutting out the morning coffee. And yes, small habits matter, but small purchases almost never ruin people financially. It's the big recurring costs that do the damage. Rent or mortgage, getting to and from work, subscriptions you forgot you had. These are where the real leaks are. My rule on housing: no more than a third of what I bring in. If your rent or mortgage is eating more than 33% of your take home pay, there's no room left to get ahead. Beyond that, every pound needs a job. Money without a plan just disappears. A budget isn't a punishment, it's a plan. You decide where your money goes before your impulses do. And once a year, go through every bill. Switch providers if you find a better deal. Cancel what you are not using. Loyalty to a company is rarely rewarded. A simple annual check can save you thousands. That's money that could be working for you instead. Here's the thread running through all three of these. Real wealth isn't about how much you earn, it's about how much freedom you own. There are basically three types of people when it comes to money. There's the entrepreneur, the person who builds something that earns even when they are not working. There's the elite specialist like the surgeon or the top level athlete, someone paid so much for what they do that the money side almost takes care of itself. And then there's someone else, which is most of us. And here's the good news: you don't need a genius business idea, you don't need a rare talent, you just need to understand how money works and apply the rules consistently over time. The goal isn't to be loaded for a moment. The goal is to stop swapping your time for money and start building income that gives you your time back. That's what financial freedom actually feels like. So picture this: it's a Tuesday morning, you decide not to work today. Not because you are ill, not because that's bank holiday. It's just because you don't have to. Because over the years, investing steadily, keeping your costs in check, following the rules even when it was boring, you built something. Something that earns while you sleep, exercise, eat, travel, or just relax by the pool. That's what I mean when I say use money to buy time, peace, and choices, not to impress anyone. No watch, no flashy car, just the freedom to do what you want when you want. That's the version of wealth that actually feels like something. And it's not complicated. It just takes starting, staying consistent, and trust the process, especially when it's dead boring. If this hit home, here's what I want you to do, not tomorrow, right now. 1. Set up an automatic transfer to savings or investments. Even if it's a small amount, start the habit today. 2. Write down your 3 biggest monthly outgoings: housing, getting around, food. That's where your financial life is won or lost. 3. If you are not already investing, open an account this week. Not when you've got enough to start. Now, time is the one thing you can't buy back. I've put together a full breakdown of every rule I follow, with the reasoning behind each one. Link is in the description. If this was useful, share it with someone who needs it. Subscribe. Every week I'm bringing you money education built for real life. See you in the next one.